Okay. Good afternoon to all. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. In the last class, we have studied about the green buildings and all. Okay. So this was the last topic. That is applications of the that is all the green building projects. Okay. Next, coming to in the third unit only, there is one more concept called HVAC. That is H means heating. That is it is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Okay. So whatever in your day-to-day life you are studying about the AC, you are using in your home. AC use kar rahe na? So that about the AC you are studying here. So that AC consists of heating, it consists of ventilation, it consists of air conditioning. Okay, what is each term definition you should know in your exam. In the multiple choice questions, he is going to ask what is heating, what is the purpose, what is ventilation, okay, what is air conditioning. He is going to ask. Okay, so first of all, what is the purpose of HVAC? To provide a specific set of environment conditions required for comfort. So in order to live in a society for the comfort life, we want this HVAC. Okay, HVAC to provide a specific set of environmental condition. Then what is the function of this HVAC? Heating and cooling. Whenever outside is full heat is there, then at the time you feel that inside is cooling. Whenever outside is it is full of cold condition, then inside it is going to heat. Okay, that is heating. It is going to heating and cooling system. Then humidifying and dehumidifying. So near the coastal region where there is a river, where there is a sea, ocean, उधर क्या होता है, humidity ज़्यादा होता है. So by using this HVAC, you can dehumidify. Whenever there is a dehumidify, you can create a humidify. Then cleaning the air. Cleaning the air means whenever air is contaminated, okay, there is a microorganisms or microparticles that all the particles is removed by you are having exhaust windows. Okay, and similarly, this AC is going to use. Then regulate air flow. If there is a air is not comfort inside the particular building, then by using this one HVAC, they will regulate the proper air. Then pressurizing. Okay, if to maintain the balance the pressure between the inside the container and outside the container, or inside the building and outside the building. So in that way, all these functions are carried by the HVAC. Then where it is supposed to use, this is supposed to use in the to prevent the contaminations and to provide the comfortable working conditions. Suppose after graduating, you are going to work in an office. Okay, in order to feel the comfort, you are using this HVAC system. Okay, then to prevent contamination, if at all this building is not having any air window, then there is inside air is get polluted. No, so because after exhalation of the air, that is carbon dioxide. So that is removed by using this HVAC. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, please unmute yourself. Roll number 16.
Inside the couple.
Okay, what is heating? What is ventilation? So first of all of you write down this statement. Heating. Okay, what you have studied written in your notebook. Last class I told you to write the load bearing structure and frame structure. Have you written? Okay, so leave 2 pages. Load bearing and frame structure लिखने का, बाद में foundation का. Have you written foundation? O point आप लिखिए, अभी A point. This heating. Last one here. Heating. Write the definition for the heating. So heating means what? In your physical definition, what is heating means? To provide the heat. Okay. So here the process of adding the thermal energy or heat to to the conditioned space for the purpose of raising or maintaining the temperature of the space. Consider this is a one container. Okay, I have to increase the temperature of this one. So how to do increase the temperature? I need to add externally heat it. Okay, this process, the addition of the heat or addition of the thermal energy to the container is called as heating. All of you written this definition. Are you writing? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These definitions are important for the multiple choice questions. The process of adding thermal energy, Okay, write down. Adding thermal energy or heat to the conditioned space, for the purpose of raising, RAISING, raising or maintaining the temperature of the space. Okay, this is the definition for the heating. Next one definition is ventilation. Ventilation. The process of exchanging air. The process of exchanging air between the outdoors and the conditioned space, for the purpose of diluting the gaseous contaminants in the air and improving or maintaining air quality composition and freshness. See, whenever you construct a building, so always the most preference is given to the ventilation. Okay, ventilation proper hai kya nahi hai suppose say. Why ventilation? Because the inside air should go outside and outside fresh air should come inside. Okay, that process is called as ventilation. So the definition goes like this: the process of exchanging the air between the outdoors and conditioned space. Conditions means inside the room. Okay, that is called as conditioned space for the purpose of diluting the gaseous contaminants in the air and improving or maintaining the air quality. So whatever inside there is a gaseous particles are there, that should be removed outside and the inside air should be improved. The quality is improved and composition and freshness is improved. Okay, so air quality, composition and freshness inside the that is conditioned space is increased. Okay, so from the heating, what is done? You are giving heat energy. Okay, that is thermal energy you are giving to the system. Then in the ventilation, what you are doing? There is exchange between the air from the outdoor air and inside door. Okay, So these are important definitions. Next. Okay. Next one is air conditioning. Air conditioning. So this is known, all of you. Okay, what is air conditioning? AC, correct? So the air conditioning is it is cooling, humidification and dehumidification, cleaning, ventilating and air movement are all provided by the separate air system, often referred to as a air conditioning system. So what this AC will do? This AC will do cooling. Okay, it will cool the system. Then it will do humidification. Humidification it will do. Then dehumidification will do. Okay. Then it is clean. Okay. If there is some micro particles are there, micro gaseous particles are there inside the room, then that will remove. Then ventilating will do. Then air movement will do. All are provided by a separate air system. That system is called as air conditioning system. Okay. So all this definition will be given in your multiple choice question. Definition is given. What is this is called as? Heating, ventilating, or air conditioning, or all. Okay, you should know particular definition. Okay, write down the definition. Air conditioning. Write down. The cooling, humidification. What is humidification? Humidity means what? The presence of water in the outside, that is in the sunrise. Okay, if there is a very sunrise is there. Okay, if you are feeling that it is very summer season, among that you are having a water, so that you are feeling humid. Humidification, comma, dehumidification, comma, cleaning, ventilating, and air movement, are all provided by a separate air system, often referred to as the air conditioning system. Air conditioning system. Yes, have you written definition? Okay. So this is all about the HVAC. Okay, this is a schematic diagram representation of the HVAC. Okay, so this is your system. Okay, this is the room where you are staying. Okay, this is the room place. So what this AC will do? The whatever inside air is there, that is transferred like this. Okay, return name here. That is goes outside. It will go 80%, and again inside it will come 20%. This is again mixed. There is a AC chamber. Okay, in this AC chamber, there is a mixing. Again, there is a pre-filter that will filter. Again, heating the coil or cooling the coil will take place. Again, humidifier that if it is humid air, dehumidify karte. Dehumidifier humidify karte. Then again, it is there is a dampers. So this dampers will absorb whatever your micro particles are there. Then it will provide your decent air inside. Again, this one the room will get AC air. Okay, first of all, either say it will go exhaust fan. Okay, again it is treated and it is coming inside. That is treated. After treating, it will come. Okay, what can HVAC do? Okay, what is the function of this one and what it will do? So first one is it controls airborne particles. See, whenever you are looking at this air, so surrounding us there are some air particles, that is airborne means there are some micro particles are there. They are flowing in the air, but we cannot see with our naked eye. Correct? If you see through the microscope, there are so many particles are moving surrounding us. Okay, those particles are removed by this HVAC. Okay, So this will control airborne particles. Then dust particles also it will control. Then microorganisms also it will control. Then it maintains room pressure, the outside pressure and inside pressure. If there is a outside pressure is low, so this will maintain. If the inside pressure is very high, so this will maintain. It will maintain the room pressure. Then it maintains space moisture. Okay, relative humidity. If you so now the outside is it's very hot summer, correct? So now inside you are feeling cool because of air AC. Okay, so it will maintain the space moisture. Then it maintains space temperature. Temperature it is going to decrease or increase. Okay, this is the functions of the AVAC. First one, what it will do? It will control the airborne particles, dust, microorganisms. Second, it maintains room pressure. Next, space moisture. Next, space temperature. Write down these points. What can HVAC do? All of you, are you writing?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, write down. So in the multiple choice questions, we will ask which one is not a or which one is a function of HVAC. He will give any three among the following, and fourth option will give all. Okay, you should select the most appropriate one. Have you checked your BCME marks? BCME one. BCME one is corrected. Okay, and I have given these marks to the Gurdesar. BCME two. He will check and he will finally he will add and he will display. Maximum people got 15, 13, 14. Maximum. Only one person has got 9 out of 15. Easy tha na paper? But you have not drawn a cross section of the dam. Only few people have drawn. Okay, around 5 to 10. Confusion over here. Okay. Only 5 to 6 people have drawn the cross section of the drum. No. Almost all have written critical. And one person has written that is gravity dam. Self weight is acting on all. Sorry, is okay. Yeah? Everyone. Have you
Yes,
written?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is all about the HVAC. So where this HVAC is used? Applications. So nowadays the HVAC is used in maximum number of applications. Yes. First one is healthcare facilities. Healthcare facility means what? Healthcare facility means what?
Hospital.
Hospitals, clinic. Okay. In maximum healthcare facility residences. Educational facility. In your college, is there any AC or no? Huh? Yes. No, sir. So class one I data. Okay. In your conference hall, international conference hall, and in the TPO hall, okay, there is a AC. Okay, maximum in educational facility. In the laboratories, in the pharmaceutical industries, okay, in the non-pharmaceutical industries, tall buildings, hotels, places of assembly, nuclear facility, and commercial and public buildings. Okay, in maximum, wherever you go, in order to improve the aesthetic or in order to improve the standard of life, okay, they are utilizing this HVAC system. Okay, this is all about the HVAC system. Are you ready this point? Okay, not necessary. No? Not necessary. Okay, next point is elevators. Have you seen elevators anywhere? Yes. So elevators are, whether is it a horizontal movement or vertical movement? Vertical movement. So an elevator is a type of vertical transport equipment. Vertical transport equipment. So you are in the ground floor right now. If you want to move in the third floor, so there is an elevator. So you can call it lift also. Okay, you know, call it there is a lift. Okay. So if you want to move from one floor to another floor, you can use it. So here it is there. Okay, this is called as elevator. The elevators are generally powered by electrical motors that are that either drive traction cables or counterweight system like hoist. A modern elevator consists of cage or car mounted on a platform within a enclosed space called as shaft. Okay, so this is important. What is definition for the elevator is important. Right on all of you. Elevators. Elevators. An elevator is a an elevator is a an elevator is a type of type of an elevator is a type of vertical transport equipment. Vertical transport equipment. Vertical transport equipment. Next point. Elevator elevators are elevators are generally 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 powered by electric motors by electric motors that either drive that either drive traction cables or or counterweight system or counterweight systems like hoist like hoist. वो भी लिखो. A modern elevator consists of a modern elevator consists of a cage or or car car mounted on mounted on mounted on a platform within an within an enclosed space called shaft. See, in the elevators, there are two types of elevators. One is capsule elevators and one more is home elevators. You might have seen this type of elevators. Whenever there is a very large building, okay, there is shopping complex and okay, these types of elevators are used. So these are called as capsule elevators. Capsule elevators, and these are called as these are home elevators. Okay, there is a full cage. Okay, shaft is there. This entire shaft will go like this. So types of elevators. Read on. Types of elevators. First one is capsule elevators. Second one is home elevators. Home elevators. So these are important for the multiple choice questions. Which one is not a type of elevator he will ask? Okay, these two you have to remember. Capsule elevators and home elevators. आपको समझ में आ रहे हैं ना everyone? Elevators मतलब
Yes, sir.
Yes.
yes. Have you seen this kind of elevators? Anywhere? वीडियो में देखे? मुंबई में मिलेगा, पुणे मुंबई You are not seen. Okay, you can describe. Shaft means okay. 1 minute. Shaft is nothing but a particular cage रहता है ना, that is movement रहते करते देखो. Lift में वो particular अभी देखो ये second one capsule and one more कौन सा था?
Home.
Home. That is home elevators. So this particular air रहता है ना box, that is called as shaft. Okay, shaft. See, in the types of elevators, industrial elevators. See, the capacity is going to change from the types. So whatever capsule elevators are, that capacity is different. Home elevators are, that capacity is different. Then industrial elevators, इसका capacity very high रहता है because heavy materials are going to transport रहता है. That's why it is called as industrial elevators. Okay. Then hospital elevators. In the hospital elevators, the space is very large because there is a movement of the patient. Okay, there is a wheelchair. Okay, there is a cot and all. Food should be transported. Machines should be transported. Okay, that is called as hospital elevators. Read on this also in the types: industrial elevators and hospital elevators. See, by looking at the figure, the size is also going to matter. Okay, in the industry, only small space is available here. In the hospital, there is space is very large. Correct? Very large. Space is very large. Written? Okay, so that is all about the HVAC and elevators. So next, coming to the last point, that is sustainable development. So what is this sustainable development means? So sustainable development is the, okay, it is utilization of the available resources without compromising the future population. Okay, see, that is very important in the present scenario to study about the sustainable development. Okay, read on the definition. This definition is important for the examination point of view. Sustainable development. Sustainable development. Sustainable development is understood as satisfying the needs of present generation, satisfying the needs of present generation without compromising the needs of future generations. Needs of future generations. Needs of future generations. It means whatever you want to enjoy or to lead the life, so we should satisfy. Okay, so this sustainable development is understood by satisfying the needs of the present generation. अभी जो present generation है ना, उनको क्या क्या चाहिए? So we should provide all the things which are required. Okay, that is satisfying the needs of the present generation without compromising the needs of the future generation. Sustainability includes taking into the account of the following aspect. So in order to do the sustainable development, the following 3 parameters are going to consider. Those 3 parameters are: first one is economic. Second one is environmental. Third one is social. So how economically we are depending on the sustainable development? So in the sustainable development, coming to the economic, we need economically growth to assure our material welfare. Okay, in order to purchase any material, what is required? Money is required, correct? So money comes under economy. Okay, so we should be strong in economical growth. We need economic growth to assure our material welfare. Next, environmental. How environmental is going to help in the sustainable development? We need to minimize environmental damage, pollution, and exhaustion of resources. So whatever damage we are doing, that should be minimized. Whatever environmental damage or environmental pollution we are doing, that should be reduced. That may be water pollution, that may be noise pollution, that may be sound pollution should be minimized. Okay, that is by minimizing all these factors, the economic environmental factor is going to increase. Then in the social, this is the equity. The world's resources should be better shared between the rich and poor. See, some of the countries are rich, some of the countries are poor. Why? Because of there is no social transformation. Okay, so when the country which are in the rich state and countries which are in the poor state, they should help each other so that all social balance will take place. Okay, so that is about the social sector. So in the sustainable development, so what are the question you are going to get? You are going to get the what is sustainable development and what are the factors that are coming into the sustainable development. First one is economic, second one is environmental, third one is social. These three factors you have to remember. Okay, so write it as an important. So these points are important. Have you written? Yes, is it over?
Yes, sir.
See, three aspects of the sustainable development. So you have seen three aspects. One is social, second one is environmental, then third one is economical. Okay, they are again interdependent. So social and environmental is the interdependent. Environmental and economical are dependent, and economic and social are interdependent. And again, all these three are interdependent by the sustainable. Okay. So just you should know these three aspects of the sustainable development. Okay. So in order to achieve the sustainable, the government of India has taken one initiative, that is sustainable developmental goals. Okay. In the 2015 or 7, I think 17, it has taken one initiative. So in order to get the sustainable development, there are 17 goals are there. Okay. India is trying hard in order to achieve these sustainable developmental goals. What are those goals? First one is no poverty. Okay, so India should improve by removing all the poverty, eradication of the poverty goals. Okay, no poverty means in India there should not be any poverty. Okay, like this they are making. Then zero hunger in India. Whatever people are staying, the people should not face any hunger. Okay, all the people should get uh, uh, full meal, food. They should not feel hungriness. Then third one is good health and well-being. So all the people who are staying inside the India, they should get good health and wealth. Then quality of education. Fourth one is quality of education. All the people should get a quality of education, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the social welfare. Okay, that is maybe some people are rich, some people are poor. All the people should get a quality education. Then fifth one is gender equality. Okay, there should not be any inequality. Okay, male, female, I say, nahi karne ka. So gender equality. Then clean water and sanitation. All the people should get clean water and healthy sanitation. Then there is a affordable and clean energy. All the people should get a very good clean energy. Then decent work and economic growth. All the people should get a proper work and they should get economically growth. Then industry, innovation and infrastructure. Then reduced inequalities. wherever there is inequality is there, that should be minimized or reduced. Then sustainable cities and communities. Then responsible consumption and production. Then climate action. Okay. Then life below the water. Life below the water means aquatic life. They should not suffer because of pollution of the water. Okay, whatever human being is there, he is creating pollution to the aquatic life. That should be minimized. That's all called life below the water. Then life on land. Life on land means plantation. Okay, because of human activity, so today environmental is degrading. Okay, polluting. That should be minimized so that life on the land is increased. Then peace, justice, and strong institutions. So in India, in order to achieve the peace and justice, there are some of the important institutions are opening. Then last one is partnership for the goals. So in order to achieve this one, there are some of the partnership with the other countries and all. So these are the sustainable developmental goals. Okay. So once again, you can go through this one. So just you should know what are the sustainable goals. Okay. Is it clear? All? This is the end of the entire second chapter. Sorry, third chapter. Okay, that is building. What all we have studied? Building components. All the building components we have studied. Then we have studied the foundations. Okay, different types of foundations we have studied. Then again we have studied HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Then coming to the last one is sustainable development. This completes the entire second chapter, third chapter. So we have coming to the end of first chapter, third and first, second, third. So last one is remaining, that is surveying, GIS, GPS. So now it's still time is there. So can I start fourth chapter? Yes, that's interesting one. Yes, all of you. Is it clear? Third chapter, third unit.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
this
sir.
updated PPT I will again upload in the your teaching diary. Okay, in the teaching diary it was up to green buildings it is there. Okay, I will updated this one. I will upload this one also. Okay, is it visible, everyone? Yes. Is the screen visible? All of you.
No, sir.
What is visible? What is written on the screen? What is written on the screen? Yes, क्या लिखा है स्क्रीन पर? हाँ? Are you there in the class or no? Yes.
ते PPT ओपन नाही झाली.
हाँ, at least वो तो बोलने का है ना. PPT is not visible. हाँ, that's what. Yes, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is
Yes,
written on the
sir.
screen? PPT.
Surveying.
Okay, surveying. That's good. So now coming to the fourth unit, that is last chapter, surveying. Okay, do you know what is surveying? Yes, you have seen, but you don't know actual meaning of surveying. You know surveying meaning also because in the first chapter you studied. Huh? Have you studied or no? Have I
Yes, sir.
told?
Yes,
Have I
sir.
told? Yes. Can anybody tell me what is defined surveying? Yes. Please close the mobiles. What is surveying? Define. Yes. Yes, observation, direction. Yes, anybody? Online people?
Analyze.
Huh? Yes, tell me. Yes. It is an art of determining the relative position of a point which is on or above the below the surface of Earth by linear or angular measurements or direct or indirect measurements. ऐसे मैंने पढ़ा था ना? याद है? याद है? Okay, whenever there is one point, okay, where this point is there, if you consider this is the Earth surface, this is above the ground surface. If you take the same point is on the ground, the study of that point is on the ground. If you take the ground, the point is below the ground surface that is below. It is an art of studying the relative position of a point which is on, above, or below the surface of Earth by linear or angular measurements, or by direct or indirect measurements. Okay, that is called as surveying. See what the people are doing here. The people are doing surveying work. Okay, so he is called a surveyor. So he is called a worker. He is holding a ranging rod. Okay, so ranging rod, and this is called as total station. The instrument name is called as total station. Okay, this is called as roller. Okay, roller. This is what he is doing. There is a point on the ground. Okay, he is taking the, with respect to the another datum, what is the height of this point? Okay, that is he is checking. There is a staff, one more staff that you will study later. Okay. So surveying is an art of determining the relative position of a point, position of points or object on, above, or beneath the surface of the earth by means of direct or indirect measurements of distances, directions, and elevations in a horizontal or vertical plane. So this is called as definition for the surveying. In your offline paper, define surveying and what are the object of surveying is important question. Okay. So all of you read on this statement. Read on this statement. This statement is important. Okay. Surveying is an art of determining the relative positions of points or objects on, above, or beneath the surface of earth, by means of direct or indirect measurements of distance, comma, direction and elevation in horizontal or a vertical plane, Okay, so you have written something. आपको clear image picture आने के लिए मैंने एक example देता हूँ. So this is Earth surface, correct? Hello. So this is a one lighting pole. Okay. So the top of the lighting pole I have to determine. Means the height of this lighting pole from the ground I have to determine. That is called H. Okay. You are standing here. You are standing at this point. Okay. You have to measure this one height. Okay. So from the ground to this point you have to measure. So which is your object? Lighting pole. Okay. ऊपर का top है ना? Top of the lighting pole is your object. So this is an object. Okay. Art of determining the relative position of a point or on the objects on, above, or beneath. Where is your object? Is it on the surface of the earth or above the surface of earth or below the surface of earth? Above the surface of the earth.
Above the surface of earth.
Yes. By means of direct or indirect measurements. Okay. Whether you are measuring this height by taking tape or by taking the instrument. If you are taking the instrument and you are calculating something and afterwards you are substituting in the calculation formula, then that is indirect. If you are taking the tape, measurement tape, then you are going and you are measuring, then that is a direct measurement. Okay. So by direct or indirect measurement. So what you are going to measure? You may measure distance. or you may measure direction, or you may measure elevation. Distance means the height of this object from the ground is called as distance आ गया. Okay. अभी direction इधर है क्या? और एक object है इधर और एक object है. Okay. So with respect to this one, how much is the angle? How much is the angle made by these two? Okay, that is direction. Whether it is towards the right side or towards the left side or towards the right, east or west or north or south. Okay, so that is direction also you can get. Or elevation. So suppose if this is your one point, okay, with respect to this point, this is height. Okay, with respect to this point, this is high at a higher level. That is called as elevation. Suppose if there is one point, this is your datum point. With respect to this point, this object is at the deeper depth. Okay, so that point is with comparing to another point, what you are specifying, no, that is called as elevation. आपको समझ में आ रहा है ना? Whenever there is one object, I have to determine its relative position, its distance, or it may be direction, or it may be elevation. Okay, and where it is there, whether it is on the surface of the earth, or above the surface of earth, or below the surface of earth, that you have to determine. That entire study is called as surveying. Then, what is the main objective of surveying? Why we have to do surveying? The objective of survey is to prepare the plan or map of area to be surveyed. If this is your entire plot, okay, if you consider this is your entire plot, I have to determine how the nature of the plot, whether it is a rectangular shape, whether it is a square shape, whether it is a triangular shape, and is it in a sloping ground or is it in a level ground? Okay, I have to determine the nature of the plot. That's why we have to do. And in order to prepare the plan or map, we have to do the surveying. Okay, this is very, very important. The objective of surveying is dash. Okay, I select. Read on this point. The object of survey is to prepare plan or map of the area to be surveyed. Okay, what is the difference between the plan and map? Have you say heard this word plan and map? सुना है ना? Okay,
Yes,
India
sir.
map बोलते क्या और इंडिया को plan बोलते हैं. India is a map. Okay, आपको घर का कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रहा है, घर का प्लान कर, तो हाउस का वो ड्राइंग रहता है ना, उसको प्लान बोलते हैं क्या और मैप बोलते हैं? Plan. What is the difference between these two? Oh, okay. So first of all, you should know what is your scale. Scale is what is that is 1 unit. 1 unit on your paper is equal to some units on the ground, actual ground. Scale means suppose in your paper 1 unit. It may be centimeter, it may be meter, it may be kilometer, or it may be mm. 1 centimeter on the graph or on the paper is equal to 100 centimeter on the actual ground. Okay, that conversion is done. No? Okay, that is called as scale. If the scale is large, then that is called as plan. If the scale is small, then that is called as map. Okay. Suppose 1:100. 1:100 is there. Means 1 centimeter on the plan is equal to 100 centimeter on the ground. Okay. So convert this one 1/100. So kitna gaya? You will get 0.01. Okay. Suppose if you want a India map, so from the north to south, how much is the distance? This is something kilometers. Okay, 1000 kilometers. Okay, in that case, what we have to do? One unit is equal to 1000 kilometers. 1000 kilometers we are taking. Okay. When you take 1 upon 1000 kilometers, again you will get 3 zeros. It is very, very small as compared to the plan. So the scale of the plan is higher or larger. The scale of the map is smaller. Are you getting the difference? Yes. In order to do the planning or mapping, we have to do surveying. Then a plan or map is horizontal projection of an area and shows only horizontal distances of points. Okay, only it is whatever your plan or map is there, it is giving only horizontal distances. It is not giving any vertical distances. This point is important. Is it clear, everyone? What is surveying? What is the object of surveying? Yes, all of you. Pratmesh,
Yes, sir.
Shweta, Tuja.
Yes, sir.
So again, what is the purpose of surveying? So purpose of surveying, this is also important. Purpose. So it is determine purpose is to determine the relative positions of the existing features. So this spelling is wrong. Features, FEA, features of the ground. So ground के ऊपर जो materials है ना, so उसका relative positions find करने का है. Suppose if we consider this is ground, entire college sphere campus. What are the points? Sphere campus. The main engineering college is there. At what height? There is a ground is there. Okay, pole is there. Okay, hostels are there. Okay, there is garden is there. All the points, these are called as features of the ground. Then to layout our marked positions of the proposed structures on the ground. If at all, if you want to construct a house, you have to do the layout first. Okay, so for that layout, you have to first to layout our marked position proposed for the structures. If you want to, in your plan, you will mark all the column locations, you will mark, beam you will mark. That plan is transferred on the ground. In order to do that one, you will have to have the survey to determine the area of values and other related quantities. Yes, if this is your area, okay, kitna area hai? So how to find out this one? Area is your area, square area. That is done by the square. That is your by the surveying. In case there is a dam, kitna quantity of water is there? That is also calculated by the surveying. Total quantity of the materials, that is calculated by the surveying. In order to calculate the area, in order to calculate the value, we have to do the survey work. Then to prepare a map of a country of detailed location of cities, towns, villages, and major roads. Okay, so in India there are states, there are districts, there are taluka, villages. Okay, there is roads. All this one are measured, and there is a proper map is done by doing surveying. So without surveying, you cannot do any work. Then to prepare engineering detailed plans and sections of various sections such as roads, railways, bridges, dams, any other structure. So if you want to construct any house or road or bridge or railway track, airport, anything if you want to construct, you have to do the surveying first. Without surveying, you cannot do. Okay. Then to prepare topographical map showing details of hills, valleys, and rivers. See in India, whether the from the Jammu Kashmir to till your last point, Kanyakumari, is the area is plain? Plain hai kya? No. In the northern side there is Himalaya. In the Rajasthan there is a sandy layer. Coming to the southern state there is a Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, everything is. Means there is valley. Valley means if your topography, nature of the ground is, if there is topography is like this is called a valley. If the hill means the topography of the ground is like this, that is hill. If there is a plain, that is plain. Almost level, so that is almost level. To prepare topographical map showing the details of hills, valleys, and rivers. So what we have to do? We have to do the carry out survey. These all are the purpose of survey. So principle we will study in the next class. Okay. So this principle is very, very important in order to do the surveying. So whenever you do any survey work, you should have the principle. Why you are doing and how we have to start. I told for this purpose you have to do the survey work. What is the principle? How we have to start the work? Okay, that we will study in the next class. So tomorrow 9 to 10 will you come? Tomorrow 9 to 10. 9 to 10. 1 hour. Yes, all of you. Will you come tomorrow 9 to 10? See, I have to complete one chapter pura. So abhi mere next lecture kab hai? Next on Monday. Huh? Only one lecture. Okay, I will talk with the sir. हाँ? नहीं ना अभी 10 o'clock को कोई इसका मेरा लेक्चर रहता नहीं अभी मेरा लेक्चर नेक्स्ट मंडे में है ओके आई विल चेक इट जस्ट अ मिनट आई विल टेक द अटेंडेंस ऑल ऑफ इट yes all of you will you come tomorrow at morning 9 o'clock yes it's compulsory huh? will you come or no yes Seema
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
yes, today evening I will put a message in the telegram okay you have to come okay attendance I will take there are so many people are absent please take just a minute roll number 1 2 roll number 3 present 4 present 5 present 6 7 8 9 present 10 11 12 12 is absent 13 is 13 14 present 15
Present.
16 17 18 18 19 20 20 present 21 21 present 22 present 23 24 20, 25 25 26 26 27 28 29 30 31 31 32 33 34
Yes, sir.
35 Avinash online connected 36 36 37 37 38
Present, sir.
39 39 40
Present, sir.
41 41 42 42 43 Samiksha 43
Present, sir.
44 45 46
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
47 47 48 48 49 50
Yes, sir.
51 51 52
Present, sir.
53 53 54 55 55 56 57 58
Present, sir.
58 is present 59 59 60 60 61 62 63 62 okay absent numbers 12 18 25 36 37 39 48 49 51 53 55 56 59 60 62 these are the absent numbers okay you stop now 61 present 62 is absent. Okay so tomorrow morning 9 to 10 again today evening I will put a message in the telegram okay, by confirming that tomorrow morning okay we'll stop now. Continue the next one. Thank you all.